Hey everyone, this is Wes from the Console Gaming Crew, and we couldn't be happier to announce that we are now part of the Boss Rush Podcast Network and are featured on BossRushGames.com. BossRushGames.com is a great place where you can find up-to-date news articles, blogs, and podcasts about video games. In addition to that, there is a growing collection of podcasts in not just the gaming community, but other communities as well. We are honored to be a part of such a great network of podcasters, so please stop by and give everyone a listen. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Yo, crew members, what it be?
Heyo!
Hi.
Oh my god, he's seeing how fast he can sneak that in there. So, today we are finally getting back to consoles through history. It took me a couple tries to remember what we were doing. But yeah, we did last episode, I don't even remember how long ago that was, but we did the...
Coleco Telstar.
The Coleco Telstar, which is pretty fucking dope.
And everything that was involved in that. All the different mini consoles and fucking weird triangle-based fucking consoles and shit. Shit was wild.
Yeah,
And
stuff and things.
Yep, we are now up to an episode that Wes has been prepared for quite some time, because when we did the Atari Sears Telegames Pong system, Wes accidentally did research for the Atari 2600, which is what we're doing today.
Wasn't this like fucking 4 months ago?
It was a while.
It was a while.
I've had this for a while.
Yeah, it was a while. So, without further ado, here's the history of the Atari 2600. What are you reaching for?
My drink.
Oh,
He was reaching for your hand.
he was just doing this, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't need his hand.
So,
He's got tiny hands anyway. Remember, you gotta hold a sandwich for him. It's fucking awkward. Hey, hold my cheeseburger.
So shut up. I have things to say. History of the Atari 2600 VCS. Do you know what VCS stands for?
Absolutely not.
I do this all the time. I wasn't equipped to have the answer. I was hoping you would. I do this like every episode. Do you know what OLED stands for? No, why didn't you tell us? I don't know. I was asking you. I'm banking on the S being system. But anyway, the Atari 2600 VCS, which stands for...
The Video Computer System.
Yes. So, after conquering homes and arcades with Pong in the early 70s, which we talked about, Atari sought out to reinvent the home gaming market with a console unit capable of a constantly growing library of interchangeable games. This would eventually evolve into the Atari 2600, a system that dominated video games.
This would eventually evolve into Andy swallowing his tongue because it's a cold read.
No, I said everything fucking perfect.
No, you didn't.
Play it, bitch.
All right, take your 5 head and keep reading.
Now I don't know where I was. This would evolve. This would eventually evolve into the Atari 2600, a system that dominated video gaming and broke records over its 13-year history. The rise of the 2600 made it into the longest-running console model in history, but not without some collateral damage. With success came the dethroning of Atari's founder and eventual video game industry crash of '83. But anyway, let's take it back a little bit. Year of release, we got October 1977, and I'm sure you got a bunch of things that happened in 77. Why don't you hit us with those?
Yeah, we got a few
It was
things
a different
that
time.
happened.
It was a different time back then.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, 1977. One of the things that happened, funny thing, with it was the release of the Atari in North America. We use this peoplehistory.com. So sometimes when we get certain things, it's like, oh shit. This is the first time we actually had a console in this whole big news, for North America type thing. Yeah. So it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, the last couple that we've done, when we go back and look at some of the things, it's like either a war that broke out or someone that was assassinated or a hit movie or what records, Ooh, keep going. Nice.
Another thing that happened in 1977 was Elvis Presley, the quote-unquote king of rock and roll, passed away.
He's not dead.
Wes, yeah, he's in Cuba with Tupac. Duh. They're just hanging out. And for anyone who, for all the people listening, didn't get to see Wes's massive eye roll when he said the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley.
Look, I'm not trying
Wes
to
isn't a part of that group.
No, I'm not trying to go ahead and cause any type of issues, but yeah.
You just caused them.
Elvis isn't my thing. So another thing that happened, Apple II computers went on sale in 1977. Let's see what else. Star Wars.
That's a big one.
Episode 4, A New Hope. That one premiered.
Episode 4, which is really episode 1. Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and try to get into the weird shit that comes from Star Wars with 4, 5, 6 being 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 not being all that great because they were made by George Lucas alone. So we'll leave it at that. Another thing that happened in 1977 was it was the first time that we got to see Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta.
Man, them Travolta hips.
Yeah, so, oh my God, yeah. So the fucking fashion was absolutely horrible. In fucking
So
77.
glad I was not a part of that.
Look. Let me just say some things.
Please don't.
When we were growing up, fashion wasn't all that great.
No, we had
So,
fucking
we
bright
had a-
colors and fucking.
We had a lot of weird shit. So I'm not about to talk shit on any of these other ones.
Yeah, that's true.
I will, just because 77 has some weird shit, so.
Continue, sir.
Look, man, you also had, like, I mean, the Jubilee celebrations for the UK, you know what I mean, celebrating 25 years with Elizabeth II, you know what I mean, God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
Look, man, there's other type of shit. So, I mean, look, man, movies that came out in 77, you're talking about, like we said, New Hope. You had Rocky, Smokey and the Bandit, A Star is Born, which now was remade a few years back. Saturday Night Fever, like we said before. King Kong, huge movie. You know what I mean? The Deep, Close Encounters of a Third Kind, Annie Hall. Like,
Did anybody else
Rocky,
pick up
man.
on that?
Fucking Rocky.
King Kong, a huge movie.
I didn't even think about that.
Good on you, sir.
Here we go.
And Rocky, of course, being the most important movie, at least to this area.
One of the most
true.
iconic guitar solos of all time was first heard in 1977. Hotel California from the Eagles.
So fun to play on Guitar Hero, just saying. Fun.
That's as far as Andy goes when it comes down to guitar skill set. Guitar Hero is so great.
So good.
Yeah.
I could slap my pinky all day on that, Mick. Use all 5 fingers. It's so dope.
Oh, man.
I know other people can't reach that orange, but I got that pinky capacity.
And I'll end this out with
tiny
some of the
hands.
people that were born in 1977. That would include Orlando Bloom, Shakira, the hip-shaking woman herself.
Shakira's 11 years older than me?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then...
Means you have a shot. I mean, not really.
No, he doesn't.
Not looking like that.
No, he doesn't.
he said, not looking like that. Ba-boom.
Oh. And then also Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Ah, Buffy.
Yes, who is now still actually married to Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yes.
God, you never would have thought that would have worked.
But it did.
Dude, they've been married forever.
Right? All right. Well, back to me.
you.
Back to me. So the system... Do you normally go over when the system, like the runtime when it was discontinued and all that? Or do you want me to hit that?
I mean, look, the lifespan of the system went from 77 to 92. So...
Yes. Well, 92 internationally. 90 domestic.
Okay, yes. And then also, I mean, the original price of it was 2 beans. I mean, $199. And if you want to equate that to, like, I mean, what we had around now, like 2019 money, you're talking about $813.
Jesus.
And dude,
fuck.
it is like we keep on seeing this with these systems.
I know.
Like we pay $600, like $500-$600 for our current systems.
And we're going bananas half the time thinking about that.
Yeah, and we sit here and go, how the fuck do we pay for all this? Like the fact they want us to pay for this amount of money when you equate to what this shit was before. You know what I mean? People driving around in fucking Pintos and fucking wood grain station wagons.
$800 for a little boop. Boop.
Seriously, this shit fucking cracks me up, man.
So obviously manufactured by Atari. It's a ROM cartridge-based console that was originally... Well, I'm not going to say what it's originally packaged with because I think that's generally Anthony's area.
Not with the look on his face.
My area and package are solid, by the way.
He don't need for this game.
Nope.
He'll go a little more in-depth. It was originally packaged with the unit.
Again, unit
Unit.
is solid, boys.
Phenomenal word.
Cheers, mate.
2 joystick controllers, 2 paddle controllers, some game cartridges, which he'll go over, and video game switch box with VHF, Y connectors, and cord. The main design, it had the 2600, if you want to pull it up, Wes, had wood printed panels, which seemed to be a thing back then, obviously.
Dude, it's a thing now. If you look at the new Atari VCS, it's the same way.
Nah,
It literally, so the new Atari that they're coming out with is literally, it literally looks exactly like the old school one, which is so cool. I mean,
if you're going to do it.
I mean,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely 100%.
So, doesn't look terribly different from, what was it, the Odyssey? Magnavox Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it had wood printed panels, which seemed to be the thing, designed to look like a piece of furniture over a console or a computer. What are you laughing at?
I just love the fact that
it was designed to look like a piece of furniture.
It's like,
Right?
like, goddamn, it looks like my coffee table. Like why?
Look, it really blends in. Adds to the porn aesthetic.
Yeah. Them wood paneling walls and shag carpeting and the musk of cigarettes and brandy.
Did it have the musk? The Atari 2600 had the musk of cigarette
cigarette smoke and brandy, and then you have like super wavy wafting hair and wicked handlebar mustaches.
You played it in a robe.
Yeah, I was definitely born in the wrong era.
Anyway, although it did go through a few revisions, the main unit was always rectangular with a cartridge slot and option switches at the top back of the unit. Controller ports were in the back, as well as the TV video cable plug.
Solid unit with a cartridge port.
Yeah, so the first manufacturer...
Is that what she said?
Yeah. So there's plugs for shit in the back.
Wow. So the first manufactured version featured 6... I said virgin. The first manufactured version is what I said. So the first manufactured version featured 6 option switches at the top of the unit. You had the power switch, the TV type, color, or black and white, which back in the day was a thing. Finally, once we got to this spot. Why are you raising your hand?
Stop saying unit.
No, it's
Just
on
say
here.
console.
I'm saying
Just say console. It's
No.
a console.
You had...
This is the console gaming crew, not the unit gaming crew.
For the console.
That would be a very different podcast.
Console gaming unit.
My unit's good today.
It
30-second long fucking episodes.
All right.
It had
Close
a
out.
player 1. The fuck? It had the player 1 difficulty settings, player 2 difficulty settings, game select, and game reset.
And that was all on the top of the unit. Yes?
Yes.
I actually really like that. The fact that you could set player 1 and player 2 separately.
Bruh, you do all the hard you want. I'm playing on easy.
Like
that's
actually,
how this
that's
is.
actually pretty fucking cool.
It's unique.
Definitely.
So the controller port design became a standard input device for many other systems, including the Commodore 64, which eventually we will get to. In addition to the joysticks and paddle controllers that came with the unit.
Would you like me to take over for a little bit from here? Because this is where you're diving into me there, big shoots.
Definitely don't want to dive into you, so yeah, go ahead.
All right, it's my time to talk about the unit. Hell yeah. Atari manufactured a number of controllers for use with the 2600, some of them being game-specific. So we have the original Atari joystick, which is famous black joystick that was originally included with the system. While it may not be the fanciest controller, it got the job done. You also had the Atari keypad, the Atari paddles. This one I thought was pretty cool is the Atari Space Age joystick, which was marketed. There's 2 D's in there, by the way.
I want to know how many is on there. It was marketed.
2. Marketed as an advanced controller, features a pistol grip with a trigger button, and the controller had additional buttons above the grip as well. Now, I thought this extremely interesting as well because there were other companies that made controllers for the Atari 2600 that were game specific. So here's one of them, and this is actually made by Milton Bradley, and it was the Cosmic Command Controller. It's an elaborate joystick sold with the game Survival Run, meant to appear like a futuristic space-age controller, and it functions like a regular controller, and it was not sold separately from the game. So literally it came with the game.
What was it called again?
The Cosmic Command.
That's a dope name, by the
Cosmic
way.
Command Controller. Yeah, put that in. And then you had another one, which is a diving controller. It looks like a paddle, but allows 360-degree movement. Only 1 unit per... fuck, it is in there. Unit! Damn it. I was really going to try and say console, but it didn't work. Anyway, per connector, unlike paddles, which were sold in pairs, this was for use with the Indy 500 racing game. And then there's one more that I want to touch on because I thought it was also really interesting, and this was a secondary company that made it. It was Milton Bradley again, and it was called the Flight Commander. It was packaged with a game called Spitfire Attack, an elaborate joystick meant to look like a fighter plane gun mount. Similar button handle configuration to the Cosmic Commander, still functions like a regular controller, and again, it was only sold with the game. Yeah, so there it is. That's the Cosmic Command. How cool does that look?
That shit's nutty, dude.
Right? That's super dope,
I
isn't it?
love that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool because it showed that back in 1977, I guess you could say, when everything started, Atari was working with other companies to have controllers made for the system along with certain games for said system. So it's pretty cool.
And I mean,
It's definitely different.
I mean, think about what we have now with like Power A going ahead and running their enhanced controllers for like the Switch or for anything else.
Absolutely.
And then it's basically the same thing. So it's like the start of that whole process as well.
Yeah, so it's definitely pretty cool. So that's my little spiel about the innovations.
Okay, so
I don't know why you had to laugh.
Back to your unit.
yeah, so
In today's programming.
in the first remodel of the unit that they had, the difficulty switches
fucking
were
said it
moved
again.
to the back panel. I'm always going to say it. The most dramatic... Now, this is actually going a little further ahead, but the most dramatic remodel of 2600 was a budget version that was released in 86, where the size was reduced dramatically with pointy corners and upward angled top panel in all black with a silver stripe across it to look more modern. And then the switches were, transformed into
what's
some
interesting?
square plastic sliders.
And so the two versions of the new Atari VCS that they have is the wood grain, and then it's that one.
So
that
that's
Wes
clearly
has.
what they're rocking.
Oh,
with.
this black one
It's
here?
all they have one that's got the wood paneling on the front, and then they have the other one, the new VCS, which is all black. Yep,
This
just
guy
like
here.
that. That's exactly what so even then on the new controllers, they still stuck with that
with
signature red button and
soul red
dude.
button. Joystick with a soul
apparently.
red button. And then actually, it actually kept with like the dashes around as
Yep.
well. Except I think with the VCS, they're actually LED now.
The new VCS is
Yeah.
it's got LEDs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I
no,
just-
you're
Sorry,
straight. So just like these guys were talking about with the controller, the paddles could be turned clockwise and counterclockwise with an orange action button on the left side panel. These controllers were used primarily for Pong and Breakout style games, which is basically what their heavy hitters were back in the day. And I still love a good game of Breakout. I played that shit on the computer so many times. I'm sure you've all played a Breakout game.
Yep.
I think it used to be called like Arkanoid at some point, probably when I played it. But
Probably when I played it.
those games are fucking legit. But anyway,
What are you older than us?
shut up. So launch titles. Who wants to do these?
I got him.
That would be Wesley.
Yeah, so launch
Where's
titles.
that?
I mean, we only had a handful of them. I mean, we had Air Sea Battle. You had Basic Math. I love that they had.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, this isn't the first one that's had math. You know what I mean? You mean as a game? You mean with these early consoles?
Shout out Math Munchers.
Yo.
Oh,
That's going way back.
That's
You know
what I'm
what I'm saying?
talking about right there.
That's my shit.
Yes.
That's when I found out real quick I was an idiot.
Yeah, I guarantee we both play it now. We're still idiots.
Just don't put in fractions, that's all.
I might actually try to find it and download it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you
You're
would.
crazy.
You do that, it's going to blow up this computer.
I already blew up one.
I know.
Another one we had was Blackjack. You had Combat, Indy 500. I love the fact you had a racing game already.
Yeah, and yeah.
You had Starship, Street Racer, Surround, which I'm not even entirely sure what that was. I'll look it up when somebody goes to the next topic. And then Video Olympics, which I actually find pretty fucking cool as well.
And you did mention that Combat was the one that was released with the system, right?
I did not, but thank you for saying that.
Okay. No problem. I do what I can.
I'll be honest. All right, so so we're talking about Surround. It's essentially Snake.
Okay.
I mean, that's essentially what it was. So your first rendition of Snake was also within this system.
So, do you know how many units sold?
3 million. 30 million.
I was
30 million.
30 million. He's right. 30 million units as of 2004.
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
I love it. That's insanely
Yeah,
impressive.
sorry. I forgot a zero.
ready for the memory? 128 bytes of RAM.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Bytes. Let's go ahead and reiterate
128
that.
bytes.
Yes.
Yeah. Enough to run a toothpick. Basically, is what that is. Eventually, it was, and we will get to it at some point. Eventually, it was succeeded by the Atari 5200. Fair enough. You're just gonna double it.
And you know something? When we get to it, let's see if it doubles on everything else.
Yeah, but that was the Atari.
Let's see if they
20
double their unit.
In a nutshell, that was the Atari 2600, old ass model, and model that still can bring in some money if you have one in good condition. There are game collectors that will pay a pretty decent price for it. Now, the odds of you having one in great condition probably aren't so good. I have one, but it's beat up. I got it at a garage sale like 20 years ago.
Really?
I don't. For all I know, it doesn't even work because I brought it home and never even tried to play it.
I brought it home, and then after that, I have no idea.
Yeah, none. Absolutely none.
Actually, I'm curious about that now.
How much you could buy one for? Look it up, bro.
Okay, so a vintage one that has a low serial number can go for $1,600. At least that's what you're asking for. I'll put it that way.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine though, being someone that has one from back in the day that spent $850 on it, and then a gajillion years later, it's only double?
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, there are some versions of it. You mean they have like Pac-Man and other, select untested games. Because look, I mean, we said it went from 77 to 92 internationally, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you said 90 domestic, 1990.
90 domestic, 92 international. Yeah.
So, I mean, look, for the most part, you're talking about anywhere from like $70 to $100 normally. You know what I mean? People are asking for it on eBay, and once again, that's asking for it. It's not necessarily what they're getting, but yeah, that's wild, dude.
Touche. Yeah, this is us finally starting to get into, the heavy hitter names of manufacturers that people know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not a lot of these, obscure. You get ones like Magnavox, we did Coleco. To people today, those they are a little more obscure.
I mean, look, yeah. I mean, Coleco is one of those ones to where, like, for us, it goes, because our parents were like, "Yo, we had that shit," and for us, we're going, "Yeah, you're fucking old." But now it's in here going. Mm-hmm. Now I'm sitting here going, "Man, I had fucking Nintendo," and then now my kids are gonna sit here and say, "Dude, you're fucking old."
Yeah, dude. I mean, we have, three more systems to go before we enter, like, the golden age.
The golden age, yeah.
The golden age of gaming, where it's gonna get real fun to discuss, dude. And it's gonna be a little bit more long-winded.
So what do we have next when it comes down to consoles through history that we're going to give everybody?
What we have next is a video game company I think people may have heard. They may have not heard of the system, but they've definitely heard of the company. It's the Nintendo Color TV game series.
Ah, Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo finally pops up. Now, it's not the Nintendo system you all know and love, but...
And it's certainly not the Nintendo that started it all back in 1889, but... you definitely... We'll go ahead and let everybody know what's happening then.
Yeah. But until then, might as well let people know where they can reach us, eh?
Absolutely.
He wasn't ready for that.
No, I had it up. I just didn't have it.
Ready. Yeah, that seems to happen a lot. So this is where you can connect with Console Gaming Crew. We have our website, which is consolegamingcrew.com. That's connected to our Gmail, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @consolecrew. We have our YouTube and Instagram handles, which are exactly the same. It's Console Gaming Crew. We don't talk about Facebook anymore because that's just a useless fucking entity anymore. We are also attached to a beautiful network called Boss Rush Network, which is bossrushgames.com. You can check us out there. And Andy just came all over the floor.
All for Boss Rush.
Yeah. You did it again.
Boss.
Just shut up, Wes. Anyway, you can check not only us out there, but there's some other great content creators and podcasts that are attached to bossrushgames.com. So you can check us out there.
And then we also have our Twitch.
Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about it because who's been doing it? I haven't seen it pop up on my phone lately.
Yeah, I have. I still do my Mondays. My Monday co-op streams.
That shit has not showed up on my phone at all. I'm logged in.
Nah, I'm still doing Dungeons and Dragons. We have the Dark Alliance run that we're doing. I actually think...
I feel like Wes is lying.
I'm not lying.
I don't recall seeing it pop up on my phone either.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, like
we're actually going to go ahead and do a little bit of arms race, I believe, this Monday coming up. Because it's going to be Hobbs' first jump into arms race. So it's actually going to be kind of fun.
That's where you can find us on Twitch.
I will be back.
Andy will eventually be back
next Friday.
Are you guaranteeing it now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Friday, Outlast, Freaky Friday.
I am going to post it every week on Twitter, or every day on Twitter now, just to go ahead and make sure that you stay there.
I'm in there like swimwear, dog.
All right. Yeah. So we're going to get Outlast back running. It's funny. Adrian was actually talking about that today, about having you to watch. When he wakes up on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, I miss interacting with everybody and getting the shit scared out of me and having getting killed by dudes with their dicks out.
That game is so fucking off, dude. It is so
It's gonna be rough
getting back in
because I have no idea what I was doing. I don't know the controls, where I've been, where I haven't been. That's why I always try to stop in a place that makes sense in case there's a long break. But yeah, dude, I haven't played it since last month.
Yeah, dude,
month and a half maybe.
Yeah, dude,
And
by the time you
everybody's
come
gonna
back,
go
you
along
talk
for
about
this ride.
roughly 6 weeks. You've been
So
out for
dope.
roughly 6 weeks, so
Yeah, and it'll be 7 by the time I actually get in there.
yeah. So our Twitch is CGC Podcast, just so everybody knows.
Boom.
Yeah, so
There it
stop
is.
by, watch me get the shit scared out of me,
Done.
have dudes run up on me, dicks out and all that.
Yeah, man, slinging, bruh. Shit's fucking hilarious. All right, so as always, let me go ahead and take us out with the simple words that I always say. So please, everybody, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. So please stay safe, wash your hands, and always
Game on.
Game on.
game on, y'all.
This dude was sucking a dick.
He fucked me up.
Peace.
He fucked me up because it's the first time that he didn't say wear a mask if you want to. So I thought I had time for a sip. Oh.